So in my last video, I talked about KSI responding to the entire Lunchly situation, which was just a terrible response overall. A lot of it just included him poking fun at a lot of people in the community that could be potential customers in the future, and just kind of ruining the reputation for the brand overall. Because if you want to be a good professional brand, the best thing to do is to probably stay quiet, especially whenever you got a ton of people going after you. But it seems like the co-founders of Lunchly do not want to do that, as there has actually been another response by Logan Paul. Now, as you know, Logan Paul is another one of the owners of Lunchly, which is a new lunch brand which has come out. It's supposed to be, centered around kids, and a lot of people have had some concerns about the kind of, ingredients and stuff that they're using in this, especially the fact that they're including Prime and chocolate bars into kids' food, which obviously is very high in sugar, and also like stuff like electrolytes in drinks. But people were just overly concerned with what was going on in this, and lots of people are calling it a big cash grab. And as I said in my previous video, I actually looked at this entire KSI video and just kind of went through it all, and it seems like Logan Paul has actually made a video in response to this, saying KSI says everybody hates us. Now, this is an 8-minute video, and he pretty much reacts to some of the videos and then brings up some of his own points. Now, this video is currently sitting on 84,000 views. That might go up in the future, and it came out about 18 hours ago. Now, it might be a little bit low on views just because he hasn't uploaded in a while, which again is pretty understandable, as I thought this situation would have blown up way quicker, and it literally just went up by 1,000 views by then. So it seems like a lot of people are catching on to this. But the glaring thing you're probably looking at is the dislike ratio, which is 10.4 thousand dislikes, which is compared to 3.4 thousand likes, which tells you what the community think of this overall brand, and also his response to a lot of the kind of hate online. Now, obviously, he starts off this video by talking about a lot of the creators and people who have been, responding to him on Twitter, including like DanTDM and people like that, who have actually made public things, posting about this brand, saying what happened to YouTubers and stuff like that, saying that they're pretty much delivering a ton of really bad quality products to a lot of kids because they know it's going to sell well. And obviously that's completely correct, and a lot of these YouTubers have, called them out on this. And he goes in talking about it, saying that they're all angry and pretty much kind of hinting that they're all kind of jealous at him, KSI and Mr Beast, that they're making a brand that maybe they couldn't, and that if they wanted to, sit back and just make videos, then they can, or they can be like them and create a brand, which again is a little bit weird because, I don't think creating a brand that is marketed as healthy for children, which, clearly isn't, is the best way to build a brand. And he also goes in on other accounts kind of attacking him online, including some like online doctors and physicians. There's a lot of like sports physicians and that talking about the electrolytes in the Prime and, how that's going to affect kids and stuff, because having Prime in a lunch thing is like the worst idea possible. You can imagine for any parent out there, their kid's going to be bouncing off the walls if they have this thing. And just overall, it looks like a terrible thing to be including in these kind of meals. And these online doctors and physicians had a massive problem with that, saying there was like 500 milligrams of electrolytes in it, which Logan Paul corrected them, saying actually there's only 400 milligrams, which again still isn't great, and they should be eating more kind of like natural foods, obviously, the typical vegetables and stuff like that, which is much better for them than some processed stuff which they're claiming is healthy. And Logan actually addresses in the video, saying that it's just more fun to, sell this kind of stuff rather than selling actually healthy meals, which again is the weirdest thing I've seen. Is like, yeah, should we be fun, or should we actually sell something that's healthy and helps kids out? And kind of just proves the overall thinking there. And throughout the entire video, he kind of seems like he's got some kind of complex going on where he thinks he's pretty much better than everyone. Obviously, we know that with Logan Paul. He is that kind of guy. He thinks that he's better than everyone and that he's doing things differently from everyone, when in fact he's actually just kind of, promoting this kind of slop to a lot of people that are very impressionable. Now, Logan Paul actually does have a better response here compared to KSI. As I said, KSI just kind of pokes fun at people, goes on his subreddit, gets absolutely roasted by them, and then starts laughing at it, which again doesn't really address any of the issues that people have been concerned with. He goes and talks about some of the ingredients in the Lunchlys and stuff like that, and trying to prove, where people are wrong and where the rumors and stuff about this is, incorrect. But I think where he lost me in this video was where he was really confused at why people were so angry at him with this lunchbox, and I think it's all to do with how they marketed it. Obviously, as I said, I've mentioned this so much in this video, they've marketed it as healthy whenever it actually isn't. I think that's the main thing that a lot of people were very angry about. And he said that he's confused and saying that people who are angry about this have no lives, and that, he's just better than everyone, which again kind of reminds me of that Homelander clip where he's like, I'm better than everyone.
I'm stronger. I'm smarter. I'm better. I am better!
Which again is absolutely crazy to say, like being like, no, we're just doing it better, and we're not listening to the haters and stuff like that, which is crazy when if you're actually being accused of, promoting non-healthy products to children. And that he also says in the video that he doesn't care, as, a lot of his job revolves around a lot of controversy and drama. Obviously, he's been in the WWE and stuff, which, as you know, involves a ton of stuff to do with story writing and just drama between, other fighters, which again, I can see that. But also, if you didn't actually care about this, then you and KSI wouldn't be making videos about this. You know, if you didn't care about this at all, you wouldn't be responding on Twitter, you wouldn't be doing anything about this. You do a simple launch, you know, let it go up, and then it'll be done. You don't have to respond to anyone. You'd have to respond to some dude with like 300 followers on Twitter just because, you know, one of their posts got popular. You just ignore it and you just carry on making your product if you actually believe in it. But it seems like these guys are a little bit like insecure about their own product, that they have to go and attack some of these people online, you know, saying that, oh no, they're wrong, that like we're actually right. Like, if you really didn't care, then you wouldn't be doing this. And I think that's the main takeaway from this video, is that he's trying to play it off as like, yeah, it's nothing, you know, it's fine. Even though he's made a video on his channel, which he hasn't uploaded in ages. You can see he's just been uploading shorts, and the last time he uploaded was 2 years ago, which was a VR video. And even before then, it was like 5 years ago on this channel, which I think this isn't actually his main channel. I think he's got a different one. But as you can see, it's made him come back to make a proper video on this, and he says he doesn't care. I mean, I'm not really buying that, and I don't think any of you guys would really buy that, but him saying he doesn't care is just completely wrong. Now, I did think about this a bit whenever it came to, you know, not responding to this kind of stuff. Would this situation have gone a little bit better if he didn't actually respond to any of these posts and any of these people kind of calling out his company? I think it would have went a little bit better in terms of PR, but I don't think it would have been better in terms of popularity. I think this is actually a good thing for Lunchly in general, because obviously any kind of drama or controversy is going to promote your products more. And as we've seen with like Asmongold and people trying out their products, you know, people have actually been interested in whether this is actually good or not. And there's going to be people that see this kind of controversy, don't care about the drama side, and just go, oh, cool, they've released a new thing, I'm gonna go buy that. And then, you know, there's gonna be so many people that, you know, pick this up and actually, you know, start believing in it, which, you know, is good for their company, I guess, but, you know, bad for the health of a lot of kids. Especially, I think it is mainly in America that these are releasing. It's kind of bad that this is gaining so much traction, but at the same time, I think if they didn't actually say anything, I think the PR for the company would have been a lot better. I think that, you know, overall there would be less talk about how unhealthy the products were and how much drama there was surrounding the people that have like brought it up. And obviously it doesn't help that, you know, Logan Paul has been in a lot of drama himself in the past. Obviously, you know, the whole Woods situation and stuff like that, and also Mr Beast at the moment, he's been in a ton of stuff. If you haven't seen the 50 million videos on YouTube recently, so it seems like these two have kind of, you know, provided a bad image for the company. I don't think KSI actually brings any kind of bad imagery to the company at all. I think he's actually pretty decent, apart from whenever he, you know, did Prime and things, because now he's associated with Logan Paul. People just hate him a lot more, which, you know, both of them do mention. People just hate them, which is true, but it's also by their own doing, you know? And they do act like very confused in the video, like, why do people hate us so much? It's because of all the terrible stuff they've done in the past, and now, you know, releasing products like this, which is just an obvious cash grab, you know, makes you seem even more scummier. Yeah, that's pretty much all that happened in this video. Apart from that, he just kind of reacts to KSI's video and, you know, forces himself to laugh at a lot of his jokes, which is the funniest thing I've ever seen. You can see him going bright red at some point of him trying to force a laugh out of himself. So it's really funny to see that, you know, he's trying to support his friend here and his, you know, business partner here in terms of, you know, replying to this kind of stuff whenever he doesn't actually need to. I honestly think if they just stayed silent, they would have, you know, just been better off. But obviously these people aren't like that at all, and they have to have a jab at literally anybody possible. So again, we're going to have to wait and see what happens in the future with this overall company. I think there's probably going to be a couple more videos coming out from these guys, or maybe a couple more tweets that, you know, it's probably going to spark a little bit of controversy, and I'll definitely keep you guys updated if anything happens in the future. But yeah, let me know down in the comments what you guys think about this. Do you think that Logan Paul had a good response here? Or do you think that it was bad and that, you know, he actually made the company, you know, look a lot worse than it already is? Which I definitely think is the case. But yeah, that's about all I got for this video, and if you enjoyed it, then don't forget to leave a like and subscribe, and I'll see you guys in the next one. That's all. See ya!